Thank you, Andy. We're counting them down on a Sunday night at the Cage in Melbourne, going right around Australia. This is truly international. Junior middleweights, 6 rounds of boxing with it versus Thailand versus Australia. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing trunks of gold with a touch of red. Born and lives in Samat Prakan, Thailand. Trained by Pan Yuthapat at Pan's Academy in Bangkok. 31 years of age. In amateur boxing, he had 80 fights, 63 wins. In Muay Thai boxing, a remarkable 109 fights, 73 wins. In professional boxing, 9 bouts, 8 wins, only 1 loss, which was in Australia. 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Boxing is a southpaw. Ladies and gentlemen, the former Pan-Asian Boxing Association welterweight champion at 69.85 kilograms. A warm Aussie welcome. Let's meet and greet Parkpoom Jangphonak. And across the ring in the blue corner from Newcastle, New South Wales. At 33 years of age, former WBF triple champion, holder IBF Pan-Pacific welterweight and IBO Intercontinental welterweight championship, ranked number 1 by Ray Wheatley in world of boxing in the welterweight division, making his 2nd Melbourne appearance. 22 bouts, 18 wins, 3 draws, 12 by knockout. Wearing black trunks with all the sponsorship on board. Team Hollywood, with you welcome, Hollywood, Chad Bennett. We're available, the judges, Andrew Campbell, Brett McCormick, and Nick Williams. Here we go.
Okay, shake hands. Good, clean fight. Shake hands before you come on fighting for the last round. Okay? Good luck. Into your corners.
Chad Bennett in an international contest as one of 2 equally billed semi-main events on this lights-out card from Melbourne. We hope you're enjoying it. We've seen some quality fights so far tonight. The majority draw between Matt Pawley and Brad Milner was of a good quality. Tyrone Tongia, unanimous points victor over Robert Toomey. Ben Burridge and Adam Wills, it was wild. And Anthony McCracken. We started the night at cruiserweight, and McCracken was too good for Jason Tramsek, according to the judges anyway.
Jangphonak looks tremendously confident. I was watching him in the corner. Now he's coming out to fight and has a tremendous amount of ring combat experience. And as you said, Andy, did have that split points loss to Anton Solopov, who's managed by Costa Zoo and trains out of the Zoo Boxing Academy. And I think that Chad Bennett's really got it up against him tonight. He's going to put in a very good performance.
Talking to Chad pre-fight too, Chad has only once fought a southpaw, and he said of that occasion, it was very different, and I admit I struggled.
Well, he's had a little bit of time out of the ring. He had a few fights fell through, and he told me he's really coming in tonight just to put on a great performance to see what he's got left. And from this performance, it'll depend on where he goes for the remainder of this year. But he needs to box really well here tonight.
Spoke earlier about boxers and about fighters. Chad Bennett, like many of our top guys, has a little bit of both in him. Good with his hands, technically sound, but he's at heart, he's a fighter. If you want to get down and dirty, you want to stand toe-to-toe, Chad Bennett is your man.
Look at Jangphonak there. He's got his hands down. He's just encouraging Chad Bennett to come in, and then he wants to counter him. Very confident there on the inside.
Just looks so calm, doesn't he, the tie? A big tie too. Some 179 centimetres, so 5'11". He certainly looks bigger than that.
Just feeling each other out here. Not a huge amount of attack.
Chad Bennett walked into something with a bit of power there. Spoke earlier about mouth-watering matchups. Is there anything more Mouth-watering, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. stepping up from welterweight for the WBC Junior middle title. Oscar De La Hoya, the opponent.
Don't hold, break.
It's going to be a great year of boxing,
Isn't it?
Andy? And we're only in January.
Sadly, there's always the negatives, and the news on Mike Tyson being in trouble yet again has left a sour and disappointed taste in many fans' opinions. Yeah, Mike. Chad Bennett and Parkpoom Jangphonak from Thailand. Andy Raymond ringside, along with respected boxing journalist. Man that's always on the pace is Paul Upham. The website going well too.
Secondsout.com, where you want to read everything about not only Australian boxing, but everything around the world. And one thing I've noticed is that Jangphonak, in between the rounds, him and his trainer were having a real smiley session, to the point they forgot to take the ring corner stool out. They are very, very confident.
Hasn't fought in a year. That was a loss to Anton Solopov. 2 wins in 2005 and 4 wins in 2004.
Not a fast pace at this stage. Just a real bit of a chess match. They only got 6 rounds. They haven't got time to waste. And Chad Bennett told me before, a bit earlier today, he wanted to look out in the first round or two, and then he was going to launch his attack.
Break. Don't punch. Break clean. Step back. Get your head up. Keep your head up. Shut. Okay, box.
Malcolm Bullner in the middle of the two boys. The seed of doubt was already in Chad Bennett's mind going into the contest. He said he felt awkward with southpaws, and there was tentative nature in the way he said it. Rightfully so too, but, and I say this respectfully because I'm a friend of Chad and I'm an admirer of his skills, but he looks tentative in there at the moment. That mental battle has got to him.
But then, having said that, Andy Jangphonak has shown us in the first round and 2 minutes that he is very skilled, very talented, well poised, moves well.
Not having a go at Chad in any way, shape or form, because you're exactly right. The tie is more than we've come to expect.
And you can see already why this man came so close to beating Anton Solopov. And, you know, we know Solopov, tremendous talent, tremendous amateur career. And if you're fighting out of the Zoo Boxing Academy and managed by Costa Zoo, you have got talent.
Break. Break. Break lane. Step back. Don't punch. Step back.
Look, Chad's not panicking. He's just trying to find his way forward here.
Two-punch combination there from Chad Bennett. Gets a nod of approval from Jangphonak.
Don't hold.
Deceptively fast as the Thai visitor with his hands. The punches are only short.
He's got good hand speed. He gets into position to throw his punch as well.
He's also got an 8-centimetre reach advantage.
Round 2.
Round. We are scheduled for just 6. And this is round number 3.
Well, Chad Bennett's got a bit of a puzzle in front of him at the moment. And Jangphonak, he wants Chad Bennett to attack. He wants to counter him. He wants him to come forward and throw punches and then rip in his own fast combinations. You can see the southpaw and the orthodox stance are coming together, and his heads are perilously close to clashing on the inside.
It's almost not a matter of if they'll clash, but when they'll clash.
Well, Chad's being a little bit more aggressive in these opening seconds of this third round, and he can't waste any time. It's only a 6-round fight.
Hasn't been inside the professional ring since June 17 of last year, Chad Bennett. So a break a lot longer than he would have liked.
Get him up.
He was disappointed. He had a few fights fall through, but he wanted to get off to a good start, and he was Very pleased to get this opportunity from Green Machine Promotions and just to see what he's got and where he's going to go this year. And he's got definitely a very talented opponent in front of him to start off the year with.
Good to see Julian Holland here too. Name that was one of the biggest in domestic boxing throughout the 1990s.
The Fighting Farrier.
The Fighting Farrier, one hell of a guy too.
Always remember that night, Julian Holland, Shannon Taylor at the Octagon there at Randwick Racecourse in Sydney. That was a fantastic night of boxing, Andy.
Short little right hand there from our Thai visitor. Spurred Bennett into action.
Look, he's just standing right in front of Chad, not moving at all, just sticking that jab out there. He's just using that reach advantage, as you said, Andy. The Thai, he's just picking him off from the distance. Chad Bennett's got to turn something around here.
Break! Break lane. Box.
After what we've seen tonight, this one certainly a different pace. It's a thinking fight, if you like. Both guys a little tentative because of ring rust as well. Over 6 rounds, you really can't afford to be too tentative or look too much at your opponent.
There was a nice straight left there from Jangphonak. He's becoming a little bit more aggressive. It's a real chess match in there, but only 6 rounds. You can't afford to wait around. And Chad Bennett, he's the boxer who really needs to take the initiative here. He needs to,
Go, break it up.
to land
Break.
something.
No punch. Break lane.
Round 3.
Holding the right hand, it's broken perhaps. Artie Armstrong saying, if you want me to stop it, we'll stop it.
Box.
But if you want to keep going, you've got to start throwing more punches. You get the feeling those punches are going to be left hands. From Chad Hollywood Bennett. Throws the right there, didn't connect.
Don't hang in there. Don't hang in there.
That was a nice little left hook from Chad on the inside. That's what he's got to do. He's got to mix up those combinations. Try and find an opening. Taulatai's been using that reach, just pick him off with that jab.
Bennett there throwing the right hand, but it wasn't full tilt. Pain boxers go through once the hand injuries start. Unbelievable. Never more evident than, I guess, our 3-time world champion Jangphonak, who gets around fine these days, but still does have issues with his hands and with his knuckles. Anyone that has broken a hand before and even had it tapped, let alone punching, knows just what a painful injury it is.
There's so many little bones in your hand, Andy, that any of them can be broken very easily. And that's why it's so important the boxers have their hands taped up properly. Back to this fight, Chad Bennett, he's got to do something. This is round 4, and he can't play around. He's going to win this fight. He just can't allow it just to cruise through the way it's going at the moment.
Tempting fate there. Really short shot there from our Thai visitor.
Get up free. Okay, break it up. Break it up.
Who had some,
Break lane. Step
at
back.
31 years of age, some 80 amateur bouts as a boxer and some 109 bouts as a kickboxer.
And while kickboxing is different in many, many ways to boxing, particularly with the use of the feet, the footwork and the punching, he has that ring combat experience, and you can see he's just so composed. He's had so many contests, professional combat contests. That's a nice little short left uppercut there. But Jangphonak, he just looks so relaxed in there. He's at home, and that's...
Oh, a 2-punch combination got through.
That was a nice straight left. And look, Chad Bennett's always taken a good punch.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got to, he's in the stage of this fight, he's got to land them. He can't take punches, he's got to land punches. And you have to be very impressed with Jangphonak, watching him for the first time. Many of our fans at home. Very, very impressive coming out here to Australia.
That's the bell.
End of the round. In between the dances, we've got 3 minutes of boxing here.
Box.
From the State Netball and Hockey Centre in Melbourne, just 5 minutes north of the city. Chad Bennett, we fear, our local fighter in the black trunks, has a broken right hand. Been a lot of pain in between rounds, the last 2 corner stops. Been reluctant to throw the right, and even when he has, it has been of a tentative nature. Don't forget the 7th of March for the vacant WBA Super Middleweight title. On Main Event TV and Fox Sports Pubs and Clubs, it is Sam Solomon and Anthony the Man Mundine, the rematch. Mundine Solomon 2, March 7.
And Andy, I've already put that on my short list of fights of the year before it even happens. And Chad Bennett showing his heart and his pride here. If that hand is broken, to continue on against this opponent. Jangphonak showed he's a very classy fighter. Got to be very impressed with his whole style.
Got a quick right hand too, it's deceptive. And the fact that he does hold a good reach advantage over Chad makes it that much more difficult for the Novocastrian.
Box.
I just like his composure in the ring, and he gets himself into such great position to throw his combinations. And he's just happy to wait for his opponent to unload, and then he just fires back. And Chad Bennett's corner is encouraging him, but it's very hard for him if you've got a broken hand in there.
Doubling up with the left hand and doing it very, very easily that time was Jangphonak.
Nice 3-punch combination.
Yeah, good boxing. Good, sensible boxing. Not trying to load up too much on any one punch. We're not trying to go on with it too much. And he is dominating Chad Bennett at the moment. Under 30 seconds remaining, round number 5. Got to be a question mark over what Chad is doing out there at the moment as far as potentially making that hand injury worse. You would hate to see that being the case and continuing on.
Sometimes, Andy, the corner's got to make that tough decision because Chad Bennett's a proud man, and now he wants to come out, he wants to win.
That's about round 5.
Is it worth going on? Chad Bennett, as Paul Upton said, is a proud man.
Box.
Sometimes it is up to the corner to make that decision. As unpopular as it might be with fans or even the fighter himself.
We're admiring Jangphonak's boxing ability, but it's his footwork. I'm really impressed with his footwork. He gets into position so quickly. And then that hand speed that he's got, he is a really tough proposition.
31 years of age, Jangphonak. Keeping in mind that Ty hasn't fought in almost a full calendar year, as far as boxing goes anyway.
I'll be interested to see what his plans are for the future in boxing, because he's a genuine talent.
Yes.
And we can see here why tonight, why he got so close to Anton Solopov.
Split decision over 12 to Solopov.
And if Jangphonak really wanted to pursue a boxing career, there's no doubt that he could go a long way.
Box.
You just have to like the Thai's composure. He's just so relaxed there. He's just trying to bait Chad Holly with Ben in there.
Keep working. Get on three.
And then just counter it. He's just in, really, you have to say, in complete control.
Yeah, he is in complete control, Paul. Malcolm Bullner stepping in between the two, under 90 seconds remaining. Still 2 fights to come. Justin Clements and Daniel Porky Lovett. That is up next at a agreed catch weight. Our main event, of course, is at light heavyweight, Paul Murdoch and Danny Green. For the winner, the likelihood of a shot at WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Silvio Branco. Danny Green and his team were in contract negotiations and deep into contract negotiations for some time before sort of reached a stalemate, and they decided, okay, now is not the time. But the 40-year-old Italian is in the sights of both Murdoch and Green.
Well, my information, Andy, is that the only reason the fight didn't happen was because the WBA said that that Branco has to fight Stipe Drews, the man that Paul Briggs beat.
Yep.
And then if Branco can win, Murdoch or Green are in line for a shot this year. Well, full credit to Chad Bennett. He's still trying in there.
He is having an enormous go.
When you haven't got the tools, it makes it hard.
Two fighters embrace. It has been a tough 18 minutes for Chad Bennett, who has busted his right hand. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Big Pat Kennedy, Nardi Armstrong, trying to console Bennett, who makes his way across the ring to see the boys from the red corner. Great sportsmanship once again. He is a tough kid, Chad Bennett, make no mistake about that, but that is a face of pain. He is hurting, and it is going to be a long trip back to Newcastle tomorrow. Artie Armstrong, long-time coach and mentor. He is in the corner with him. A little bit of 1-for-1 there from both Chad Bennett and Parkpoom and Jangphonak. Really there was no extension at all on any of the right hands of Chad Bennett. He was beaten and he knew it. Oh, and they're taking the right glove off at the moment. Chad Bennett is almost in tears. Oh.
Chad Bennett suffering a serious injury to his right hand.
These guys are tough. Toughest individual pursuit in world sport. In my opinion, bar none. Daylight is second and third. Dr. Peter Lewis, the long-serving physician of all the kickboxing and boxing events down here in the Southern Capital. We're just waiting on the judges' scorecards at the moment, but our semi-main event and main event not too far away. We hope you're enjoying wherever you may be watching on this special presentation live from Melbourne State Centre. The card build lights out. Let's go centre ring to a man that'll turn the lights on in any building, Howard Lee.
Thank you, Andy Raymond. Both fighters come to centre ring. How about applause there for our Thai fighter, Jangphonak, and an injured Chad Bennett. Show some compassion, ladies and gentlemen, for a man who damaged his right hand early in the fight. We have a majority decision. Judge Andrew Campbell gave it 59-56. Brett McCormack, well, he had it 57, each of two. Final card, Anika Williams cleared the dust. 60-54 was Ms. Williams' card. Your winner, majority points, red corner, Parkpoom Jangphonak.
Majority points winner is our Thai visitor, Parkpoom Jangphonak, and very disappointing for Chad Bennett. who has broken his hand, his right hand in the contest, and was just not in a position to really challenge. Seriously challenge anyway, a guy that is very, very talented and understated. Let's take a look at how the junior middleweights line up around Australia as we speak. Rob Medley is the man to catch. Danny Gill, Solomon Egbaraim, Matt Amy, Sammy Setu and Frank Laporto.